Yo, what's up with it, y'all? It's JD Travelsthenix, and I'm back with another quick video. In today's video, I want to talk about becoming a 5-tool human being. So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with baseball, if you guys follow baseball coming up like I did, but there's a terminology called a 5-tool player. And essentially what this means is that this player is an all-around player. He can hit, he can field, he can throw, he can pitch, whatever it may be. I'm not exactly sure what all the characteristics exactly of a 5-tool player are, but we want to take that same mentality and we want to bring that into our life, and we want to become a 5-tool human being, becoming the best person that we can be. So before we get into the video, if you guys are interested in travel, fitness, overall growth content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you can get updated every time I drop new content. But let's get back into the video, and I just kind of want to go over the 5 tools that I'm speaking of in terms of the places in our life, or the areas in our life that we're going to want to master. So number 1, let's talk about the mental. So when it comes down to the mental aspect, I'm speaking about getting our knowledge game up, educating ourselves, sharpening our tool belt in terms of what we have going on upstairs, knowledge of self, getting our ego in check, things of that nature. So the next tool I want to talk about is going to be spirituality. And spirituality, I really don't want to go too far into that because I feel like spirituality means something different for everybody else. But for me personally, it just means being connected, and it's again partly knowledge of self, but spirituality is something that's a lot bigger than ourselves. So spirituality, like I said, some people choose to follow a religion, some people choose to everybody has their own spiritual beliefs, but I do believe that spirituality is something that's extremely important. So you need to figure out what spirituality means for you, and spirituality is another one of these areas in life where we're always going to be growing, we're always going to be learning. So that's spirituality. So the next tool we're going to talk about is going to be the physical tools. And that's getting your fitness game up, that's getting your health up, that's becoming the best version of yourself physically. And that's something that we can take practice in every single day. We can go outside and get a walk in. We can do calisthenics. Some people like to weight train. Some people like to go running. Those are all forms of exercise. Those are all forms of training. That's something that we should be doing on a daily basis. Another aspect of the physical tool is we need to get our diet in check. We need to be conscious of what we're putting into our bodies. Are we eating enough vegetables? Are we eating enough fruits? Are we eating enough protein? Are we consuming too many starches? Are we consuming too much sugar? Are we consuming too much salt? So get your diet game on point, get your fitness game on point. That's the physical tool. And the next tool is going to be finances. Finances is something that's extremely important in this world. Some people don't like to talk about finances. Some people like to kind of say that, oh, money doesn't mean everything. But at the end of the day, money is a tool, and it's a very necessary tool in this world. And it's a tool that can actually buy you time, and it can buy you your freedom. So I think however you make your money, that's your business, as long as it's legal. But I do think that strategizing, coming up with a blueprint to be able to make your finances as good as possible is something that we should all be trying to do. We should be creating passive income. We should be creating investment income. We should, all aspire to have some sort of business, especially if you're a young man. I believe, especially if you're a young black man on top of that, this corporate world, working for these big corporations is not necessarily in your best interest. You don't want to be forced to spend time around people you don't want to spend time with. You don't want to be forced to do work that you don't want to do. Now, if you're somebody who has a job doing something that you love, that's a completely different story, and more power to you. But for the vast majority of people, I don't think that they're doing things that they're actually passionate about. So the financial game is going to be the next tool. And, like I said, multiple ways of doing that. Create a passive income stream, invest your money, save your money, create a business that turns into a ongoing profit machine. Definitely the financial game, there's so many avenues you can go down. It's just kind of like the spirituality one. You can go down, and I mean, even with all these tools, you can go down a lot of different avenues. Knowledge game, spirituality, fitness, finances. So the last tool I want to speak about today is going to be social. We need to sharpen our social game up as well. It's something that I believe is not really spoken about, especially on YouTube a lot. I watch a lot of self-improvement channels, or at least I, kind of pop in and out of them. You know, some of them are geared towards spirituality, some of them are geared towards fitness, some of them are geared towards finances, things of that nature. But I don't necessarily hear too many people speaking on improving your social game. Now, I'm an introverted person by nature, so I'm a little bit more shy, I'm a little bit more reserved when it comes down to meeting new people. But that's something that I realize about myself. So for me personally, I have to be conscious about being more social. I have to be conscious about sharpening up my social skills. So when I'm in different situations, I just try to create small talk. I start conversations with people. I'm receptive to conversations with people. So these are things that we need to be working on a daily basis. Of course, when I'm in my comfort zone, it's easy to be social. Every single morning I go down to the park and do calisthenics. I go work out, do plyometrics. And that's an element where, you know, I'm pretty much in my element when I'm there doing that. So people are more apt to become social with me. They ask me questions and they want to start conversations with me. But it's also good to become social in areas of life where you're not so comfortable. That could be chopping it up with the grocery store clerk, or it could be chopping it up with, you know, some random person at a restaurant, or chopping it up with the girl sitting next to you at the cafe. So just start conversations with strangers. It's always good to say hello, ask people how their day's going, and you know, you never know where that's going to lead. And one of the main aspects and the main reasons why I say it's good to be social is because if you're somebody like myself, you don't necessarily like to network on like that fake basis where you're specifically networking and specifically being social, trying to get something out of somebody. But if you come from a genuine place, you never know who you're gonna meet. Recently, I've been down at the park working out, and I've been, you know, seeing certain people at the park for, you know, 6 months to a year. Chop it up with them every single day, say hello. And then one person in particular I bumped into outside of the park and ended up chopping it up, have a long conversation. And this person was extremely successful. I'm talking about very successful, to the point where you would never expect it coming from somebody who's just at the park working out every single day, kind of wears the same clothes, you know. So you never know who you're gonna meet, and you wanna, you know, put yourself out there in order to meet people who might be an asset to you in the future. And I'm not saying that you should be going out there like a predator, searching out people who you can get things from. I'm just saying, be social, be kind to people, and it might open up some good doors for you in the future. But anyways, guys, those are my 5 tools. Let's go over them one more time. First tool, mental. Second tool, spiritual. Third tool, physical. Fourth tool, financial. Fifth tool, social. So let's work on these 5 aspects of ourselves. Self-improvement is key. It's something that we can do each and every day. It's something that we should be doing each and every day. It's a slow process. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. So don't be hard on yourself. You know, be kind to yourself. Just improve each and every day. I know a lot of these things don't necessarily come natural for us. So don't get upset with yourself when these things don't come natural to you. Just chip away at it. You know, the social thing is something where, you know, for somebody like myself, I might have to chip away at it. There's certain aspects of life where being social is easy for me, but there's also certain aspects of life where being social is not too easy for me. And just like the spirituality, it's a learning process. Finances, learning process. Fitness, it's effort and a learning process. You know, health, same thing. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much all I have for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, comment on the video. I want to try to get my channel a little bit bigger and see if I can expand it, maybe hit the algorithm or something. I know everybody's always talking about, you know, like the video, comment on the video so we can get in the algorithm. So I'd like to do the same thing. So if you guys don't mind, give the channel a like if you enjoyed the video. If you guys didn't, you don't need to like the video. You can give me a thumbs down if you didn't like it. But also comment, give me a little bit of your insight on what you think about this topic. If you guys need help improving your fitness and health, book a free consultation with me on my website. That's Travelsthenix.com. Hope everybody's having a great day out there. I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.